What's up YouTube, it's your boy Crafty and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. So in this episode we will touch base on some new signings we picked up, which we'll get on to shortly. But before we get into the video, as usual guys, stick a big old thumbs up on the video for me, and if you're new around here, please subscribe. Right, so in today's video guys, don't forget this is The Road to Glory, a conversational one. So please put down any comments in the comment section down below and I'll address them in the videos as and when necessary. So yeah, this is kind of a video about some of our new signings which we'll talk to and about as they kind of come up. First, we're kind of getting some SBCs, kind of just selling some players based around them. The ones that the players we've already got in the club we'll just do, and any ones we haven't we just sell. Probably going to be a topic for today, tomorrow's video. Yeah, I just want to talk about SBCs a little bit. So yeah, we'll probably talk about them tomorrow. This is the first batch of games from FUT Champs that was on Friday. Sorry to delay this week with videos, but I've been working super hard and just been absolutely knackered. And the little time I have had, I've been working on improving the thumbnails for the videos. So this is probably the last thing I kind of needed to learn to get all these videos looking nice and tidy on YouTube. So that's what I've been working on. So hopefully the thumbnail for this video will be looking nice. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. This, like I said, this is the first batch of games, and we picked up some nice new signings. I've done bronze pack method on, I think it was like Friday afternoon, sort of early evening before my games. There was a lot of players that were relevant, and I was making a lot of coins through doing this method. So you can see here all the bronze players that are kind of made profit on and sold. Yeah, we made a lot of profit, and we needed to put some bronze players back in the club. So yeah, that was quite handy really. So yeah, so we get into today's first game. You won't see any new signings yet, as we picked up, was it one for my Calcio side, which we pick up later on in the video, and then we pick up two for the Premier League kind of La Liga 1 hybrid. And yeah, one we pick up straight away and one you'll see later on. But we start well, we get a nice 2-0 victory, which was nice, puts us in good stead. Always like to start with a win. Start as you mean to go on, and FUT Champs is always nice. Actually struggled more than I normally do in the first batch of games. You see here, we pick up Tolisso to replace Kante. Really like the look of his stats. He's pretty much club 80 other than his pace. So putting a catalyst on him puts him up well above 80 in every area. So yeah, is Tolisso better than Kante? I don't really know. I would suggest probably I haven't played a lot of games with Tolisso. Obviously this is the first weekend, so we only played 20 games with him. I would say Kante's probably got the slight edge, to be fair. Tolisso's got better work rates with the high, so he gets up and down the pitch, which is really nice. But Kante does as well. I find the medium attacking and high defensive get up as well, but they come up a little bit later, which is quite nice, because when you're really looking for someone to lay off a ball off to, they come into the frame quite late on, which is quite nice. But I do like high attacking work rates, and Tolisso is quite good. Even with a catalyst though, his pace has let him down a little bit. And we can see the goal there from Tolisso, which is pretty savage. But yeah, so all in all, I'd say the regular Kante is probably just as good, if not better. Didn't get a lot of scoring opportunities with Tolisso. So what I'm going to look to do, I believe Kante's just got a man of the match card, which looks insane. His price is going to go up ridiculously. So his inform price will probably go down quite a bit as people flog him to get the better version. It won't go down a lot, but it'll go down a little bit. With the amount of coins we got, and the annoying thing is with Tolisso, we lost like 30,000 coins on him straight away. I bought him at the wrong time. Really frustrating. But it looks like we have enough coins to either get the inform Kante, his first inform, or get the man of the match Tolisso, which always stats are well above 80. So I think he'll make a really nice card. So yeah, I think that's probably where we'll buy this Thursday. No, by the time you'll see it, it'll be Friday. We do our rewards on Thursday, and kind of we basically see what we got from our rewards and how much we got left. And I'll probably end up buying them on Saturday because the prices are a lot cheaper than they are on Thursday and Friday. So a little lesson to learn. So I think that's what we'll do going forward. So yeah, Tolisso, nice pull. He gets about the pitch a lot of interceptions, which is nice. So yeah, definitely recommend him for sure. If he fits your team better than Kante, then definitely pick him up. This weekend, or the weekend just gone, there's a lot of goals in these videos. So many goals, which is weird because there's quite a lot of games that are like quite low score and it will go to penalties or something, or 1-0, or you just edge a game. But there's a lot of goals in this weekend, and I conceded a lot of goals, but I scored a lot. So as long as we're scoring, it doesn't matter too much. But I'm trying to find out why I'm conceding so many goals as well, especially when we've been so good at not conceding goals. We seem to be better off at scoring and picking the right shot types at the right time. I was using a lot of finesse shot this weekend, which helped us a great deal. We didn't start the best. We had a really good middle, which is strange because that's normally where we struggle, and a frustrating end to FUT Champs. But you'll see that as we go. So, yeah, the other thing I want to talk about is the two teams we're using. So we've got the Calciare side and we've got our League One side. It felt like the Liga 1, BPL side was lacking somewhat, and it felt like that team was losing more than the other. So I think what I might do this weekend coming is keep tally of what teams lose more often. So I know I understand where I need to improve more. Because I'm trying to, like, when I do improve the teams, I'm trying to spread out. But if a certain team needs more players and more money spent on it, then that's what we're going to do. This was a really frustrating game, by the way. You'll see in a second with the stats. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to see what team loses more often, and that way we know where to spend our money better. And it'd be quite interesting to see for you guys and feedback what team's winning more. So if you're going to pick up some players, you know what team to get or what certain players within that team will work. So yeah, that'd be interesting. I think we'll definitely look at doing that. I would like to put a tally on as we go as well throughout the videos. Look at these stats, by the way. Look, it's just unreal. You know, created more chances, better passing than him. All right, the possession was even, but yeah, to lose that game was pretty frustrating. There's quite a lot of those this weekend, as there often is this weekend. But you do see us indeed pick up the man of the match, Fekir. So yeah, I picked him up to play in the cam spot to replace Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa's been great for us. We had the ones to watch Ben Arfa. He doesn't seem to be really getting the game for PSG, so it'd be surprising if he does get an inform. If he does get an inform, his card would be great, but we haven't lost any money on him. I've still got him in the club, just in case he did get an inform this week. I don't think he will have, so I think we'll sell him on. We won't lose any money on that, so that's not too bad, and we pick up Fekir. So, yeah, it just I don't know what it is. Gomez in my other team, he's fastly becoming my favourite player in the game. And I just feel like if he can have a real pacey cam with a good shot, good passing, good physical, then that's what we need. And Ben Arfa does have that, but he just lacks that little bit more pace than Fekir. So, and I really like Fekir, just his regular cards, to be able to put him in that cam spot also gives him the perfect link to Lacazette, which means if we do change the teams up, we've got that perfect link through the middle, and then we can build whatever either side. So that's kind of the other reason why I picked him up. But yeah, FUT Champs was frustrating. We see they're picking up a couple of losses, but overall we were playing really good FIFA, and I think we probably only deserve to lose like 3-4 games that we deserve to kind of lose, and there's a couple of games that we won that we deserved to lose. So that was quite nice to pick that up, because often I feel that we don't pick up those wins when we don't deserve it. So to pick those up was nice. It was just we need to find a way. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's like this gameplay. We've had so much discussion on it, whether handicaps in the game or it's something to do with your connection. But we need to find, and again, what a way to lose that game. You see that deflection there, and look at the stats again. He wins that with a deflection off my defender. So frustrating. Definitely another game we didn't deserve to lose. And you see us picking up Cuadrado, so our third signing of the weekend. I started off the weekend and just the teams didn't feel right. As you know, we played with them last weekend, they were fine. This weekend they didn't feel right, so I thought I'd sell Salah and pick up inform Cuadrado, as we used Cuadrado before, and he's right-footed, whereas Salah's left. So when you play that cross-the-body shot, hopefully you had a better chance of putting it away than Salah. So that's why I picked him up. He's got 5-star, 3-star, whereas Salah's got 4-star, 4-star. So yeah, there's kind of very similar stats, very similar players, but I prefer Cuadrado's regular to Salah's regular, so I thought I'd give that a go. But it turns out that I may prefer Salah, so there you go, guys. But they go for the same and they hold their value. We may get rid of Cuadrado and pick up the orange Salah, because he's slightly better than the one we had. So yeah, we'll just wait and see. We'll just wait and see how we go. We might try the other weekend first, and see how it turns out for us. So picking up a nice goal there, and again another kind of victory where we score a lot of goals, which was nice. This team was playing quite well at times, but other times it wasn't. I don't know what it was. Tolisso, just there's something about him. He gets involved in those circumstances where you just don't expect him to, and he does make a big difference. You know, kind of like our wingers do for us when they cut in from the side, so they don't get a lot of assists or goals, but they link up the play to allow a lot of goals that we score from coming out wide, drifting in and laying off a ball who can then lay it off to someone else to set up our goals. So yeah, going to be interesting to see what we do this weekend. Obviously, this is a 5-weekend month, guys, which I wasn't entirely sure why, because I think the last game or the last day falls on like the 1st or whatever, so it doesn't make sense for it to be a 5-weekend month. But it is, so that was quite frustrating, and I let myself down a little bit towards the end, which we'll see in a future video. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying, but hey ho, that's what it is. And coming up against an interesting side here. Obviously finished as well, having a couple of some red cards there. Obviously you saw our elite rewards by now and how absolutely terrible they were. Absolutely gutted about it, guys. Honestly, it put me in such a bad mood. I actually felt like crying. I really did. It was that bad. You think, you know, people say, oh, well, it's free, you know, you get given it. But you put so many hours in, so many hours into kind of over the month, and you give up and your weekend and you sacrifice a lot of time to play. And when you get stuff like that, not one usable player, then it makes you think, well, what's the point? So we got another month where we'd be able to complete fully. And if it's much the same, then we may look at not bothering at doing it every weekend. And it has this kind of Road to Glory has just become a FUT Champs to Glory, basically, which wasn't kind of the intention, but it's the way to make coins. And if you want to compete in FUT Champs, you need to kind of play FUT Champs to get coins, to get players, to keep up with everyone else. So as soon as you don't play it, then everyone else does, and then your team can quickly become nowhere near as good as anyone you're playing, and that's not good in FUT Champs when the competition is so tight. So yeah, speak a little bit about obviously the transfers we made. Tolisso we spoke about quite a bit. Fekir's really nice. We end up I had a little look at his stats, and when I do the rewards video, maybe I'll talk you through some of the stats of some of the players. But yeah, his stats are pretty good. He's not assisting as much as Ben Arfa, but he's scoring a lot more. So it's kind of half of one, 50 of the other, I suppose. He's only got a 3-star weak foot as opposed to Ben Arfa's 4-star, but Ben Arfa's 4-star weak foot is pretty terrible, and Fekir seems to be scoring more on his weaker foot than Ben Arfa did. Work that one out. So yeah, that's kind of Fekir in a nutshell. He's got obviously the 4-star skill moves, which is nice. He's got good strength. He's got an alright long shot on him. But he does get about a bit, and I just like his play. He's got really high dribbling, which is nice. So yeah, really enjoying Fekir. Yeah, definitely enjoying him. So yeah, it'd be nice if he gets another sort of informal upgrade. He will then become next level. and again getting that nice perfect link into Lacazette. So this is a quite this opponent was quite good in this game, to be fair. He was really tilted. He was sliding, and you could tell he's frustrated. Whether it was his previous game that he didn't deserve to lose, and he's coming in this one a bit frustrated, I don't know. But it was nice to pick up the win. So yeah, Cuadrado. Yeah, like I'm saying, a little bit iffy with him. I don't think he's worth the 150,000 coins. I think he's 83, or which is his upgraded card, or his basic one will do just as good as job. But you have to kind of take my word for that. But yeah, I don't think he's worth the 150,000 coins. You can definitely get some better right wingers for the money. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So you can see here we finished on 10 wins out of our first 14 games. So it was a decent start. You know, a few of those losses we really didn't deserve, which was really frustrating. So we could be sat here sort of, you know, 13-1, but we're 10 and 4. So yeah, you can't win them all. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So if you have liked it, stick a big old thumbs up on the video for me. And if you're new around here, please subscribe. But until next time, guys, take care. Peace.